I'm now going to get Access up and running, and I'm going to create initially just this big table. It's going to have a blank database, give it a title, and now it's really important we set this up accurately. So I'm just going to get rid of that first table, go create table, and I want to change it to design view so I can edit and modify it, and I'm going to call this CD order. So we're now going to set this up. So I'm going to have order number, short text basically lets you have up to 255 characters, so if I say I only need 20, I can modify that field size. Then I need CD number. By default it just chooses short text. Order date, so what I'm just going to do is just copy the titles down. So I'm just going to check, I think there's an underscore in those. Yep. So new customer title. So make sure they're spelled exactly the same as what's in the original text file. Oh, that should be last name. So you might not have anywhere near as much information as this, but this is just a really good example to get into the habit. Now, accuracy is really important, because chances are I'm going to make a mistake here, and you'll see what happens when we try and import something that doesn't match up. Card type, card number, and expiry date. Now, before we import any data, we need to make sure it matches up perfectly. So I'm going to make sure those dates and times are sorted. Now, every table has a unique row, or unique record. So that's the key thing about databases. Every record, each one of these needs to be unique. In this case, the order number is unique. There's never going to be another order number that is the same as that. So I'm not going to save my changes here. Let's go back into our Access database. Now to set that as a primary key, highlight it, choose primary key. By default that one was already the primary key, so I'm just going to save that, close it. Now I want to bring my data into the database. I've got to make sure that file was closed, so I'm going to go to external data, and I want to import new data source. From file, choose what file it is. So if you've actually got a spreadsheet, you can actually bring it in. But I'm going to choose text file, browse to where I've got it. So remember, in my case, it was digital technologies, resources, data and processing, create database, and I've got that CD templates. We've got a few different options. I want to append it, so append means add, to the CD orders table. Next. Using delimited, so now I'm going to go through and just double check everything. I want to use comma, first row's field names, so you can see those have been pulled up and identified. And if I move my way across, I can just check to make sure it's looking alright. Yep, that seems okay to me. And then finish the import. Okay, so this one said it went okay. Sometimes you might get some errors, but because I set up the data types and got those correct in the first place, it was able to import the data. So if you've got some of these that don't match up, it's not going to work, but we always need to examine our data. Let's pull this up. So I've now got a big table here. We've got the dates, got the order numbers, and I can now actually use this. Now, there'll be a few different options in some later videos. One to look at how to turn this into a relational database, so pulling out the information to do with the CDs, and make that into its own table, and maybe pull out the customer details, and then also looking at queries. So queries are how we search and find information. So we're just going to stop this now.